Good afternoon, Rockstar Preacher on 7/7/15. And I think it's around 8, yes, it's 8:21 Tuesday. I wanted to talk to you guys for a second. I've been inundated with real world stuff, but just some thoughts for you guys to think about what is actually going to bring in the pit that the beast shall rise from. What exactly is coming that everyone has had a feeling since, I don't know, 2009, something like that, 7 years. What the Mesoamericans have in their history, because they didn't write it down, which means it wasn't stolen. The Sumerians' history. I want to talk to you a bit about that and about some connections that you can't look past them. Well, to be anything other than a binary star system would, number one, be the exception, as most systems have two suns. Then you have the Dogon tribe that worships Sirius B for 1,500 years, and we didn't discover it until 1868. What's the answer to that? Then you have the Aztecs that say that we're in the 5th Sun Age, and that all the other Sun Ages were ended in cataclysm. In cataclysm. Goodness, by the 4 elements: earth, air, wind, fire, and water. And you couple that with the Sumerian story of Enlil and Enki, the reason why they had to leave and their celestial boats was because of an ill wind. Pardon me. Is that one of the elements that destroyed one of the Sun Ages? They had to leave in their celestial boats because of an ill wind. So we're looking at the 5th Sun Age, and the Aztecs said that we're in the 5th Sun Age. That's our Sun Age, and it shall be ended by the 5th element, Aether. And think about the fact that the UN has the largest mined piece of magnetite in their meditation room. The UN headquarters in New York City has the biggest block of magnetite ever mined, sitting in their meditation room. I didn't know they meditated at the UN headquarters in New York City, and I didn't know they meditated with a big old block of magnetite. You have magnetite in your brain, and what it does is it propagates etheric energy. Does that give you a clue as to, or give you a little pause, vex you a little bit, give you a little trepidation? It does me, man. The thing that the Aztecs said is going to end our 5th Sun Age is sitting in the UN headquarters in New York City. All right, now, also think about this. I'll tell people that what is coming, if something is coming. I'm not making any predictions. Some dude, some little prophet guy did, said north of Puerto Rico that the meteorite would hit. Well, I don't believe it's a meteorite, number one. I don't believe it's an asteroid, number two. I believe it's a comet. I wonder how that works. When comets hit the Earth, I'm not versed in that. I pray to be a vessel. I'll just say that. But I don't know, man. I guess they do. I guess they can hit the Earth. So anyhow, back to the 5th element. If you want to see, I think, the best depiction of Planet X, Nibiru, which means the crossing, not Nibiru, Nibiru, Tai Chi, Nemesis, Dark Star, the Destroyer, Planet X. Did I say Hercules? I might have. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. But that's all right. We can pick right back up on it. It's all right. It's, yes, if you want to see the depiction of that planet, yeah, I got right back on the road. That's pretty good. Look at that thing they have in the movie, The 5th Element. Why is that movie called The 5th Element? What is the 5th element in that movie? Is it that girl? Is she etheric energy? I mean, what is that? It's a strange thing. I mean, look at the storyline. There's a big hurtling cluster of comets, which is what that thing is in the Fifth Element, the movie. Hurtling toward Earth. Oh my goodness, and this is just now coming to me. They have to set off a weapon of some sort to stop it. And the beam comes out. I remember this now. The girl has something to do with the beam. She's the Aether. She represents Aether. And this is really live. I haven't pre-thought this. This is happening right now. And I remember the weapon, they had to put the 4 elements. Oh my goodness. Wow. They had to put the 4 elements in those little canisters. Fire, water. Oh my goodness. The guy had to blow on one. That is too cool. I have no idea what I'm going to title this film, but check that out. The 5th element is showing you exactly what the Aztec goes. Oh my goodness. And the thing that's coming toward us is a brown dwarf in the movie, and they stop it with a laser beam. Only after Aether gets in here, or something like that. They go in that temple, they set up the 4 elements, and the girl is the 5th element, and then boom, a weapon, a laser beam. So let's say something maybe like that magnetite in CERN. Maybe. That just completely hit me right now. And I think that's pretty dadgum cool. But really, that's a cool movie anyway. Gary Oldman's brilliant in it. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis. The chick is really neat. I think it's a great movie anyway, but look at, I mean, are those giants coming down, like the monsters and all that, all them ugly people? Then Gary Oldman's maybe like Satan's, right? Actually, Satan's on that planet talking, or maybe Anunnakis or something with that big voice. And they want the seeds or something. Look at that. Man, there are too many parallels, and I am really just now thinking about it. I just wanted to bring up the fact that the planet, the cluster of comets, and I just got into all the elements. That's what the Aztecs say. They played that out in the movie, The 5th Element. Go watch The 5th Element. I'm going to go watch The 5th Element. Good Lord. That's what stops the planet. Wow. Now, I don't know how you dissect that, but somebody smarter than me needs to. Because that just came to me live, on air, rockstar preacher, hooked up into the Aether through the Holy Ghost of Jesus Christ. Because he was pierced to leave a molecular conduit. Acts, I think 2:22, I'm not sure about that. But it does say, when the Spirit of truth comes upon you, he will tell you of all things and of all things to come. He will not speak on his own. He will only tell you what he hears to say. So it's whether you believe that or not. That's why Jesus was pierced, to bleed and to put water. His heart exploded. God literally, physically left his heart in this realm. And the lifeline of the blood, the power of the blood. And if you can understand that fully, you really know what an act that was that he did. He didn't come down here to teach. He didn't come down here to preach. He didn't come down here to heal. He only did that 2 to 3 years. He did that while he was here. But he only did that for 2 to 3, however long his ministry was, not even that long. And he told his disciples and anyone who follows him, you will do greater things than I, because I got to go. That's what he said. And he had one mission, and that was to establish what he said was accomplished. Because they broke the knees of the other 2 prisoners. Had they broken the knees of Jesus Christ, they wouldn't have pierced him. Had they not pierced him, what needed to come out would have come out. As Isaiah says, he shall be pierced. And also John says, not a bone in his body will be broken. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know if John's quoting Isaiah there or whatever, but you see the perfect symmetry in that. He had to be pierced. The rocks were rent. They had to soak that up in this realm. And it is, you know, I mean, look at the double slit experiment and know that quantum particles do have some sort of cognizance, in my opinion. It's all life. It's all the ether inside your molecules. The energy from God that you have in you innate that calls out to God, whether you think you even believe in him or not. Okay, well, there's a little church as well. There's some thoughts I could have probably gone deeper with that. In fact, I was going to go deeper, but that Fifth Element movie kind of, I have to do more research on that. That was what was supposed to come out. And that's cool that I sat down and did this video because I really had no idea what I was going to talk about. I've just been busy and I wanted to say, what's up? And to have no fear. That's what else I wanted to tell you. It shall not harm those with the seal of God on their forehead. That means, are you praying? Because that causes a vibration. The faith raises a vibration. A raised vibration will change your matter. It shall not come near you. That's why it's important what Jesus did. He knew every stone would be moved. He knew the powers of the heavens, the planets would be shaken. He told us. It's not about religion. They put him, well, he gave up his life. He laid it down because that was the plan. But they crucified him for blasphemy. He was contradicting the church. He was telling people, man, you better not even think about this lie because every 3,500 years this comes by. You know what I mean? And he was telling people, because this is the last time. And, you know, God's done with the, you know, it's done. It's the seventh time, something like that, procession, equinox. You want to add all that up, go right ahead. I don't want to make a video 30 minutes long tonight. But, yeah, you'll see him coming on the clouds. On the clouds, with great power and glory. And you will see that as you watch the rest of the prophecy fall in front of you. Whether you're a believer or not, every knee shall bow. Real soon. And the whole world will moan. I pray not to be in that moaning group. I would like to be in the frolicking like a well-fed calf, like Malachi 4:2 says. That when the new sun, S-U-N, of righteousness, for those who love him, the new sun of righteousness will have healing in its rays, and you will frolic like a well-fed calf. You guys love God and love each other.